What's going on, guys? Good afternoon and happy Friday. What an awesome day in the market today. I made a video yesterday talking about the changes that I needed to make to see some better performance in the week on a great note, and we did just that. Into the week on a great note with Lobo, IMAB, TNON. It was a really good day today. Just zoned in, focused on what was really working, and panned out to a T. So, super happy. Real quick to show you the daily recap. Pretty much 100% win rate day. I had a break-even trade on TN, but all in all, an amazing day today. Looks like everybody did very well out there. We're going to dive into every single trade that I took today, walk you through every little bit of it, every entry that I took, every exit, the whole 9 yards. We're going to talk through it here together. That way you know how to execute going into the market next week. Now, really good day today. Came in 9:30. I was done by 10:30, and that was that. Super easy trading day. And again, couldn't have asked for better execution today. Let's get the pen tool pulled up here and take a look at these trades. Really good stuff today. Now, a few things to note. We were watching both MWYN and FIG into the open today. The IPO from yesterday on FIG, which we crushed. MWYN, of course, we were watching into the bell. I never got a trade on it. It was backside out of the open. And so I just left it off my list. You can see back here. I will scroll back. This thing sold off underneath the open. This thing sold off underneath the moving averages, and I just left it alone. So obviously no place there. But all of that aside, IMAB was great. We'll start with Lobo, though. Lobo was literally like, I'm telling you what dreams are made of. When you're talking about perfect momentum trading stocks, perfect price action, this is exactly what those dreams are made of here on Lobo. This thing was amazing. Literally amazing. So what do we have here on Lobo? Let's take a look. So, of course, first things first, starting on the daily time frame to identify our levels of range and the overall trend. And we can see here we had an amazing setup here with range to the 200 moving average right up here over $1. So we knew we had range to about $1.20 today on this. And of course, you can see down below where we have these other past areas of resistance at $1. Then down here at 75 cents off this past daily high, which you can see right here. Again, back up to 80, $1, and so on and so forth. So we knew over 75. It was a little bit tight underneath that because we had 80, then $1. So we knew we had that psychological dollar level to play here on that breakout. So this made at least some pretty good opportunities today. So understanding the 80-cent level here, a few things to note. This thing first breaks up out of the open, 1, 2, 3 candle, then fourth breaks to a new high, and so I'm watching for a pullback here over VWAP. Now, I take kind of an aggressive pullback entry here for the move up through the high of day, risking off the bottom of this candle. I take the 1 minute pullback after this candle gets bought back up, looking for the break of the high. Sort of hesitates. I get a break of the high, then again it breaks back beneath, and per my system, once a 1 minute candle breaks to a new high and instantly rejects back beneath the previous high, I'm out of it, so took a loss, or not, excuse me, took a loss. Took a small win here, cut the rest at break even after taking some profits. The big entry here, though, comes off of VWAP, because what do we have formed here? Look at this. This wick off the high creates what? Look at this here. We have this wick off the high where price sort of hesitates. And then, guess what? Price rallies higher. And so we have this base rally form here where, again, base rally. So we have an area of liquidity drawn here, an area of demand. And so we're looking here for possible pullback opportunities. Look at this through here. This was amazing. And so I see price pull back off of VWAP, and again, perfect confluence. We have the pullback off of VWAP and the pullback out of this, what was an area of supply, now becomes an area of demand after price pulls back into it. And so we have VWAP underneath price, moving average underneath price, demand underneath price, like just perfect entry here. I was able to grab it back up into the high of day. So I take it here for a beautiful play. As you can see here, from 68 cents back up into the 75-cent high, back up into this area where sellers were previously found. So back up into overhead supply. Then past that, again, we're looking for the break of that high of day because we knew based on the daily time frame that if we got over 75 cents and 80 cents, we had room to $1. So we knew if we got over this 80-cent high, we had room up into this dollar level overhead, which again traded to a D. Waited for price to break out, and guess what? Waited for this first candle to close, waited for the next 1 minute candle to pull back, nailed the entry after we found a buyer stepping in, and got a move here from 79 cents all the way to $1 a share. So another really easy play here. Again, could not have asked for better opportunities here. Now, again, check this out. What do we have here? Price halts up right here. Halts up at 90 cents, and then, of course, makes the move to $1. Rejects back down off moving averages, and we start to put in place a bit of a range. So price pulls back off the halt price. We find a big buyer off this low. So off the moving average, off the 90 MA, we find a nice buyer here, and again, we confirm. So after we confirm off this low, I take a pullback entry, and again, we sort of confirm an area of buy-side interest through here. And so what I do is I'm taking pullbacks within this range because we've identified that we have buyers here. So again, we've got buyers sitting at this area. So I'm looking for these pullbacks. And I was able to get 1, 2, 3 pullback entries here. And I scalped it pretty well. You can see I had it here from 88 to 92, and then back from 88 back to 92, then finally 88 to about 95. And had some really good trades here. And then, of course, I try to take one more with small size and it hesitates and I cut it early here as it started to curl underneath the 90 MA. So that was that. Again, very happy with the trades here and came out of this very handsomely. This was amazing opportunity, amazing execution. Then, of course, once it broke to the backside, I was done with it. In hindsight, this was a bit backside, but nonetheless, was very small size trade. Moving on along to INAB. Oh, I typed it wrong. Let's maybe fix that typing so we can actually look at the right stock. INAB, was it INAB? Or I looked at the wrong stock here. IMAB. IMAB. This thing was also very nice today, and I'll show you the daily time frame. It was gorgeous, and I'll show you that first. Daily time frame, beautiful breakout. Look at this here, over $3 a share, flat top break. Looking for the break to psychological levels towards 330 and 360 overhead. Again, using those psych levels. Take a look. So, played this pretty well. It was a little bit choppier. I mainly played it because I had that large time frame confluence. But in terms of this area through here, I got some good trades. You can see here a little bit high on the entry, honestly. I should have been down here a little bit lower off the pullback. But I took the break of the high of day, which is fine. I was taking the break of the high, risking the previous high, so that's fine. But again, I would have liked to been a little bit lower here, but I was waiting for more confirmation because there's nothing back here to act as a level of support, right, that we can use as defined risk. So I was just waiting to play the momentum here on that break of the high, and it worked out well. So we had the break of the high of day. Of course, that daily level was sitting right here underneath 3. After price does break over this past high, again, risking off this high of day and get a move up through the high. After it starts to hesitate off this high, we see this doji form, indecision off the high. Let's just take the profit here. So again, got out of that on indecision. Price action was not the cleanest. And then again, had some little scalps through here. The big picture setup here is very similar to Lobo, though, where we're looking for those pullbacks on confirmation. And this was great here as well. So we can see price pulls back heavily, aggressively off of VWAP. You see this massive candle down, but then this big wick off the low signals that a weakness to the sell side. So we've got buyers sitting through here. We have demand sitting here. Beautiful handwriting. So we have demand sitting through here. And so understanding that, we knew that let's look for some pullbacks if this thing does start to find a good buyer. And so we pivot back over the 90 MA. I take the pivot here, risking this low, again, for the continuation higher. And again, we get a nice move here. So very happy with that. Of course, back into this area of supply overhead. Worked out fair and square from 317 to about 333. Back up into the supply zone. And so again, very happy with that. Moving on along, TNON was my least favorite today. These were the only 3 stocks that I traded today, but TNON was a turd. It was so hard to get good reads on. I watched it this morning. I just couldn't get any good reads worth of crap. You can see back here. I'll try to do something with it here. And I'm pretty much break even on this thing today. It was just kind of crapper, to be honest with you. Just major wicks off the highs. It looked heavy the whole entire morning. I just couldn't get any good reads. The whole morning it was just wicky and just seemed like it was going to knife any second. And I just didn't have a whole lot of conviction. So just didn't have a lot of conviction on this, but nonetheless, great opportunities on both IMAB and Lobo. So that's pretty much to sum up the morning there. A really good day. I'm happy with it, man. After kind of a weird week, sentiment's kind of weak, but to see stuff like this today on Lobo, IMAB, very predictable, very clean, tradable action. This is stuff that's going to really set the tone for the rest of the month. It's the 1st of August, first of the new month, and we crushed it today. So I'm looking forward to the next week. Now, of course, if you learned something from this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button for daily videos just like this. And of course, as always, make sure to claim your 7-day free trial to watch me trade stocks just like this in real time every single day and get my watch list, education, alerts, chat room access, and so much more. And that being said, I will see y'all there.